Welcome to Becoming the Ultimate Coach. I am the Jock, this is the Doc, and we are on our fitness trends. So this is where psychology meets fitness. And today we're going to be talking about healthy at every size. So when it comes to healthy at every size, Doc, are you going to swipe right, swipe left, or are you going to look a little longer?
I am going to look a little longer on this one. And let me kind of explain a little bit. First off, for healthy at every size, there's several different names for in other words, body positivity and less focus on weight. I'm going to talk about healthy at every size, which has a couple of key foundations. And it's really about inclusivity of different weights. So it's wanting us to push away from a set standard of weight, like this is the perfect weight for a 5'6" female or a 6 foot male. That can kind of vary based on body types, things like that. It's also looking at improved access to care for all body sizes and not just stereotyping like, oh, you're obese, so you should do this versus you're leaner. It's also looking at eating for healthy living as opposed to eating for a specific weight. Respect for individualized care, regardless of what that is, and then also movement for healthy living. So exercising, moving around just to feel and be healthier. And so those are kind of the 5 tenets of that healthy at every size. What's your thought? Left, right, or look a little harder?
So before we looked into the research on this, I was a swipe left. I was like, this is people just giving excuses to not care, eat whatever they want, and do whatever. But once we dove into this and we saw the tenets, we saw what they were behind, like it's a lot of what we believe in. So I'm a swipe right now. So get into your brainy stuff. Like what's the pros and cons of this on that side of things?
Absolutely. And so again, the first thing I like to look at is it individualized? Is the premise of this individualized enough to support different personalities and different needs? And agreed, when we started looking into this, I was like, I like these tenets. I like this notion of that, just like with personality styles, we're different, we're wired different, we have different preferences and needs, that the body can look and feel different. And if the premise is overall healthy, I'm really good with that. And at least the way that the tenets sit, it says that if you're somebody that wants to move a ton and you're really into exercise and really into that type of thing, great. If you're someone that just wants to move enough that your body's feeling good and working well enough to meet the goals that you want, that's great too. And when they talk about individualized care and inclusivity, all of those to me fit that there's a whole spectrum of personalities and lifestyles that this could fit. So from that standpoint, I'm thinking it's pretty on par. Your thoughts?
Yeah, so many people that I've worked with, I'm still working with, that they have this like magic number that they should weigh.
Yeah.
And I want to bet if you've been coaching for a while, you know these people. And we're trying to get away from that. And I feel like they're in this category. Like we want people to be healthier. Some people do need to lose weight to be healthier. But what they're talking about is this individual approach, a lot of this minimal effective dose that we talk about, a lot of this, individual goals. But what I really like is so much of the past, I don't know, say 20, 30 years, maybe longer, I haven't been in it that long, it's really fit people working out to be even fit. And so everyone that's not very fit, they're like, I don't want to be in that crowd. It's like the comedian, he's like, I go to the gym and there's all these people working out. I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, you've already done it. And so what we want to do is we want to positively influence the people that don't feel comfortable in the gym or don't feel comfortable starting this of there's a chance, there's an opportunity, there's a place for them, they want to grow. At my fitness facility, we used to have a lot of pictures of super lean people on our website. Now we have a little bit more range of people because we want people to know that this isn't just for athletes or very fit people, this is for everybody. So when it comes to that, I'm a big fan. As a trainer, I'm looking at things from more of the perspective of what are my short-term and long-term results.
Exactly.
And so this might be a little bit slow or short-term because it's not the extreme approach that most people are used to, but it's going to be the better long-term, and that's what we're in it for. So when it comes to more results, what's your take on that?
Yeah, and as you know, like the long-term and does this inform long-term habits and things like that is always important to me, and that corresponds with results. And I think that, and again, for me, I'm going to look at this one a little longer. I like the approaches here, But one of the things for me here is it informing long-term results and habits as opposed to, is it sort of everything works? Because everything doesn't work. There's things that we know in science, we know behaviorally, that not everything works. And so as long as we are looking at this and saying, it is about being healthy. And again, what healthy is, there's multiple definitions, but there's some basic organ functions, brain functions, physiological ways that I think most of us would agree is healthy. And so from a long-term result, I really like the notion that if it is about what is healthy at multiple stages and seasons, what is healthy, what my body looks like and it feels like before I have a child versus after I've given birth, to when I'm in my 50s, 60s, 70s, and aging in place, as they call it, all of those things, I think it can be a really positive thing to constantly redefine and saying what is healthy now, partnering with medical providers, fitness professionals to really determine that for me at that and not have that set standard, or as you pointed out, not looking back at high school and saying that was that weight so I have to be that weight regardless of whatever else. And it's also working on reducing body dysmorphia and eating disorders and things like that. So for all of those reasons, I really like it as long as we are viewing it as a goal to be as healthy as we can and need to be, and that we're doing small incremental steps towards that. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that's kind of my take. And my little bit of worry about this is if the majority of the people have my opinion when I first started, before I started reaching this, it's like one of my guys that I've heard before, he's like, oh, I just want to be fat and happy. Well, I've seen people that are very overweight and they struggle flying on planes, they struggle putting their shoes on, they can't play with their grandkids, they're out of breath, they just feel bad, so they're not really happy there. So if we don't have this clear message of we need to work to be better, but just do whatever, be whatever, eat whatever, don't do anything, that's my only little concern with this program. As far as like the business side, when you're thinking about programs like this, when it comes to like marketing, listen, the majority of the people out there that could be in your fitness program, in your gym, coaching online, whatever it is, there is a lot of people that aren't doing much of anything right now, and that is a huge open market. So if you can get into programs like this, you have a blue ocean of marketing that you can reach these people. Because the problem, and I've seen this a lot in the past, is so many of the people in the fitness space, they go after the same people that are already interested in fitness, which is a very small pool of people.
Exactly.
So everyone's competing for them. So oh, I just need more clients, I need more clients. Well, the problem is you're going after the same clients that everyone else is competing for. If you open up this area where you can go after these people that they feel included and they feel like they can have success and changes and they can still do some of the things that they enjoy, like there's a huge marketing ploy right there. Take on that?
Exactly. I agree, especially if we are not using it as a politically correct or, oh, we can't say certain things, but if we're really doing it from that perspective of inclusivity. We know that all body types can move. We know that all body types can move down the needle, the continuum towards moving better, like you said, just feeling better, having better breath control, and just not being as tired and exhausted. And also that all people are welcome in this, because there is that perception. And again, my other lens, right, is like, how does this help the fitness industry? Is this fitness industry so better for this? And if it is truly from a marketing and all of these types of things, really highlighting that unique characteristics, there's not one look for fit. There's not one type of exercise that is for fit. There's not one type of diet that's for fit. And if we're helping sort of uncrust those archival kind of ways to think about it and really letting people know that it is not about extreme sacrifice, extreme intensity, all of this stuff, but it's about shaping your environment and some of your habits towards moving this way. Think about how many more people will feel comfortable getting support on their fitness journey and also stick with it, which is so important for us. So I think as long as we're doing that kind of balance and not making it, like you said before, an excuse or things like that. So I'm really hoping that we run with this in a very realistic and ethical way, and really get people more excited about being part of this fitness journey.
Yeah, and my last part I'm kind of looking at is the revenue and the profitability of this, because we see that we can't have long-term results with this. We see that marketing could be really good, and along with the marketing piece, like this could be a great business avenue for so many people.
Exactly.
Because we're going for these people that no one else is competing with. So it's a wide open market.
Absolutely.
So wrapping up today, we want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let us know for healthy at every size. Are you swiping right? Are you swiping left? Or do you want to just look at it a little bit longer? Thanks.